Hey guys, welcome back to Gucci Garage, and today we actually have our first review and test drive for you. We actually have some pretty big exciting news for you as well.
We have partnered with McKinleyville Chevrolet and Buick to bring you car reviews, all things car content, and today they were nice enough to let us review this 2017 Chevrolet Bolt. So let's get down to it.
Hey guys, here we are again. So we have some interior shots for you coming in the 2017 Bolt. We have a nicely wrapped real leather steering wheel here on the Bolt. Nothing of that pleather feeling. You don't get a plasticky feeling out of this. This isn't perforated either. It's not suede either. It's actual leather, so that's nice. It gives a good feel. This is a daily driver, so you're gonna want to have something nice to hold on every day when you're getting in here.
The only thing, sorry to interrupt you, John.
No worries.
The only thing that is a little perforated is these center seats, but that is to help with the heat exchange, because this car has automatic seat heaters in both the front seats and also in the rear. It features seat heaters as well.
And speaking on climate control, we still, even in 2017, in this car, we have a big knob, and really what that's nice for is if you're driving down the road and you got traffic going on and everything else and you can't really focus, you can still always not even look but still have that knob easily available to you, which is nice. And same with the volume knob. You always want to have kind of an easy access to those.
I agree.
Don't want to be tapping buttons, and it's just awkward when you're busy driving and trying to focus. So I like that they kept that factor in here as a daily driver.
Another cool thing about the steering wheel is this car is actually, on cold mornings, it gets around 20 degrees here in the winter, but some of you that live on the East Coast, it gets really cold. Right. This car actually features a heated steering wheel, which is very nice. You have a lot of steering wheel controls. You have
easily accessed right here on the steering wheel.
And all of your audio controls, your cruise control, everything's on the steering wheel. You also have, this car features regenerative braking, and you have controls down there. As you can see over by John's left hand, there are two little paddles that actually can help you control the regenerative braking and show you what is being used, how much power you're getting from the braking, from all of that. It just gives you information like that.
It's a very intuitive car. Speaking a little bit more on looks, we got some nice gloss black wrapping around here. We have a nice gloss white that follows that. This car is a little bit different interior scheme. I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite, but it is pretty nice. And for the money you're spending on this car, it does fit it pretty well. These seats, like Nathaniel said, are a little bit like pleather feeling, but it does have some nice stitching. You got full heated and cooling, so it's a little bit of a trade-off. It is a commuter car, but this texturing here actually is like a vinyl wrap, and it almost looks to me kind of marble-ish. Yeah, it doesn't really look like really what you typically see inside of a car, but
it kind of gives it a classy feeling though.
Yeah, but it's nice. All really big. You know, we got about 9-10 inch display here on this infotainment center here. Probably another good 6-7 inch screen here for your driving, letting you know your range, your kilowatts, and anything and everything else you need to know.
All right, John, are you ready to take it for a test drive?
Yeah, let's get rolling.
So, first impressions of the inside of this car for driving experience is the shift lever is like this almost Prius/BMW type shifter, where it just you put it in gear and it flops back, and so you just press the button and you pull it back into drive. And it also has a low mode, so that it'll actually brake itself versus having to press the actual brakes. It'll use the motors and slow it down without having to press the brakes all the way down a hill.
And believe it or not, with this car being electric, we actually have a sport mode available to us.
And traction control.
Which you wouldn't expect to have as an option to turn off, or even turning sport mode on in an economy car. And believe it or not, this car actually has some very impressive torque. With it being a full electric motor, it's all the power right now at any point in the power band. So you really do have enough get up and go in this to pretty much move throughout any traffic.
And just from what I'm feeling, this is a very, very smooth riding car. It feels like you're just gliding through. You're not actually, it doesn't even feel like you're in a sense connected to the ground. Like with some cars, they're so stiff, and just the way that they drive, it's kind of a harsh ride. This one, you just kind of you glide, and let's see how it does when you get on the highway. We'll put it in sport mode and see what happens. So we're about 40 miles an hour right now, 45. And we just put the gas down and
we're at 60.
We're already at 60.
That's a couple seconds probably.
And that wasn't even putting my foot to the floor. That was just cruising, getting on the highway.
I think if you were to buy this car and use it for what it's meant to be, and that is a commuter, I think you probably have about, depending on how many miles a day you travel, especially if it's highway miles, you're going to obviously get a longer lasting battery, but I would guess this battery would last you at least, at least a few days before you had to even really consider, putting it on the
range
charger.
Of almost 300, I would say so.
I would say so, even if you live in a larger city like San Francisco or so.
So right now we're turning onto a back road, and we're gonna just see how it performs. So we're not gonna go quite a dead stop, but we're gonna kind of see what it does with all that torque.
Oh yeah.
And
plenty of power.
It really sucks you into your seat. I mean, that's amazing for what this car is.
Honestly, I would say this honestly just felt faster than most 2 to 2.5 liter 4-cylinders.
Oh, this
I've been in previous times.
With my Mazda having a 2.3 turbocharged, this thing sucked me in my seat much more than that car does.
And it's instant. It's always there.
That's why
no
it's
lag.
so dramatic is the instant torque.
You step on the throttle and it happens now. If there's no time for anything to catch up, so you have instant power all the time.
Most definitely.
All right, guys, back again here. I'm in the driver's seat now, so we're gonna see how this feels to me.
Another thing with this car is, this being the premium model, you also get a very premium sound system. This car has Bose speakers all the way around. You have tweeters, and then the main speakers, and it also has Bluetooth connectivity, as you find with most modern cars. But it's just a very nice, comfortable feeling to ride in. It sounds good, the car feels good, and so it's really a nice atmosphere in here.
I think overall, 42,000 is a little expensive for this, but at the same time, I think that you're getting a car that is very well rounded and does everything it's advertised to do very well.
And I think if you're looking in that price range, obviously if you're in that price range, then this is a perfect car for you. You don't want, because if you go and get a car that's a $20,000 car, you're just not going to get, and you also have to factor in, you're going to be saving so much money in fuel. You don't have to pay for fuel anymore, and the cost of powering this thing with your PG&E bill is a fraction of the cost that it costs when you
and gas prices are only going up.
Gas prices just keep going up.
It's true. I drive a car that gets about 11 miles to the gallon around town, and I'm filling up more than once a week now.
With premium,
mind you, the most expensive fuel you have to buy. Not to mention, this car also has, like we've said before, the regenerative brakes, which, as you've seen, Nathaniel, as you know, has a Prius, and we've spoken a little bit on that about that, but his car has 218,000 miles, and he's never had to replace the brakes. The brakes are fantastic on that car after that long, due to the function of what it is. And the same goes for this car. You're gonna have the same scenario in here. You don't got to pay for brakes. You don't have to pay for gas.
Oil changes.
Your oil changes. Your
all you basically have.
This is almost
no
a cost,
maintenance.
This is almost a cost-free car with a low interest rate or insurance rate. My bad.
Insurance. Yeah. All right. Well, that
insurance
about
rate.
wraps up our review. Thank you for tuning into Gucci Garage.
We got another video in a few weeks coming up for you guys, so stay tuned, and thanks for tuning in.
We just wanted to give a huge shout out to McKinleyville, Chevrolet, and Buick for letting us review this car. Go check them out on their website, or you can give them a call. They have all of their cars listed on their website if you want to browse and see what they have, so go check them out.